What up guys, welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're finally going to be adding this bottle warmer to my nitrous setup, man, because if you guys know anything about nitrous, the struggle to keep bottle pressure is freaking real, man. And this damn torch, it's just not cutting it anymore. And whenever you're on the street, it's hard to have to jump out and go back there and spend 20 minutes warming up your damn bottle with this. So how do you fix that? You add a damn bottle warmer, man. Bro, khaki is filthy as hell right now, man, but I'm gonna try as hard as I can to ignore that. But also, please pay no mind to the fact that I don't have a dash in the car. We were working on some things, just cleaning up some issues, you know what I'm saying? But to start this install off, I am going to be removing the passenger side seat because if you guys know from previous videos, I've mentioned this car is literally like a jungle gym, dude. You can't access the back through this way. These are fixed back seats. I got a damn harness bar in the way. If you wrap around to the rear, we have the X bar, we have this brace. Like, dude, there's no easy way to run or install or do anything in the back area of this damn car. So to make life just a little bit easier, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the passenger seat out really quick. Alright, so in order to install this, we need to kind of understand exactly how the bottle warmer works. This is everything that the kit that I purchased came with. Now, I did not buy this kit brand new, though it was brand new, but I bought it from secondhand from a person here locally. Came with a sticker. So basically, this is the warmer. This is the piece that's gonna wrap around the bottle, and it's basically like a heating pad, bro. Like, this thing will get hot and it warms the bottle. And it has the wires that come off of it right here. There's a positive and a negative. From my understanding, it doesn't matter which one. Like, you can run either one to the positive and the other one you're gonna run to a ground. We have wiring that was supplied. It also came with a relay, so we'll be able to run this through a relay. Came with a switch for turning it on and off. This is a Deutsch connector. I believe we're supposed to put this on the end of the actual bottle warmer itself, and then we'll run our wires off the back side, so we'll actually be able to unplug this thing whenever we're taking the bottle in and out. Came with connectors as well. Now, this is the actual pressure sensor. So what this does is it senses how much pressure is inside of the system, and then it interrupts the power that goes to the heating element. So whenever this thing warms the bottle up to a certain pressure, this will sense that, and then it's basically like a switch. So once it reaches that certain pressure, whether you have the power turned off or not, this is going to cut power to the bottle warmer so it doesn't continue warming it to a dangerous pressure level. And then of course you have the fitting. This fitting right here will actually screw onto the bottle, and then the pressure sensor screws into this, and then you attach your actual nitrous line on the other end. So this is basically like a T, you know what I'm saying? So that goes on the bottle in between your line, and that gives you a place to actually screw this pressure sensor into. Now, traditionally the way that you would run this setup is you would screw this directly onto the bottle, but that's not what I want to do, man, because I also have my gauge. I don't want to eliminate the gauge. I want to still have it there so I could see exactly where the bottle pressure is at, you know what I'm saying? So this thing has a spot on both sides. The pressure sensor will screw in on this side, but if you look on the other side, it's also got a block off right here. So what I'm going to do is actually take this out, and then that'll give me a place that I could screw my gauge into. All right, so now imagine that, bro. You have your bottle set up, and right there where the bottle is hooked up, basically right here, we're going to end up having this gauge, and then we're also going to have this pressure sensor sticking off. And then you have the nitrous line running up to the bottle, and then the pressure sensor has also got to have wires running up to it, and then the wires are going to come off, and it's going to go up around the bottle warmer, and it's just going to be a big cluttered freaking mess, bro. So what my plan here is to do is I'm going to attach my gauge onto this piece like I mentioned. So instead of having that cluttered mess all over here attached to the bottle, what I'm going to actually do is interrupt this line, bro. So basically imagine if we had all of this mounted over here on the side of the car, and then I could run my nitrous line up to this and then run a nitrous line out of it and then just swoop the nitrous line down the same way we have right here. So then the only thing that we have running to the bottle is just the nitrous line and then the bottle warmer itself. That's my plan, dude, just to keep everything a little bit cleaner and to make it a lot easier whenever I have to get back there in that damn jungle gym and pull a bottle out. I'm not dealing with a bunch of fittings and wires and all that crazy nonsense just to pull a bottle out, you know what I'm saying? So in order to make that work, I went down and I had some custom lines actually made to the correct lengths of what it is that I need. And that's these right here. So these are perfect length. I actually measured everything where it was that I needed it. So going from the solenoid up to this fitting, I have the exact measurement, and then off of this fitting draping down to our bottle. So we'll also have the lines all nice and clean as well. All right, so I'm gonna crawl in here and actually grab this fitting off the bottle really quick so that we can get, I gotta get the gauge off and put it on the new fitting. So this is what I'm talking about. Whenever we're done, all of this stuff will be mounted over here on the inside quarter panel, and then on the bottle, this is what we'll be left with, you know what I'm saying? So it'll look just like that. So it'll be a lot cleaner, and whenever I pull the bottle out, all I have to do is just disconnect this one line. I don't have to deal with this big old bulky mess that has wires running to it and everything on the end of it, and then just pull the bottle out. Alright, so that's basically our setup right there, dude. So I got my gauge on the front, and then on the back is the pressure switch, and then on each end here, that's where the nitrous line will come from the solenoid, and then on this side, the nitrous line will go out and it'll go to our bottle. But since being this gauge points forward like that, I'm gonna have to mount it like this so that I can easily just look back and be able to see it. So therefore, I'm gonna have to drill a big enough hole that this will go into my panel, and basically it'll be hidden in the back, and then that is what's going to be actually seen, you know what I'm saying? So, which I'm fine with that. It'll hide this ugly bulky thing and where the wiring is going to be plugging into it and everything. So ideally I could have gotten a 90 right here, so I could have mounted it like that and still had the gauge pointing forward. But yeah, let's go ahead and go get this thing installed. Got a bunch of holes to drill. Alright, so when I mapped this all out and I was measuring my lines, I planned on putting this right about here, and reason or something like this. Reason being is when the lines come down, I want them to kind of drape along this wheel well and run out. I don't want it over here and then the lines to just be going straight down. Because the lines are silver, this is black, and it's just going to stand out. I'm going to go ahead and drill a hole big enough for the pressure sensor to actually fit inside. So I'm thinking probably like right there. Sending it. I really hope that this unibit is going to be big enough. Should be. We'll see. Good Lord, so aggressive. Hell freaking yeah, son. That's what's up. So that's basically the idea right there. That's how we're going to be running this. Now, this ain't the final configuration. I do want to paint these little brackets black so they don't stand out like a sore thumb. And then also, I'm going to put some hose in behind here to tighten this up so it squeezes it a little bit tighter. Because right now you can kind of jiggle it around a little bit. But Now, with the pressure sensor in the back, we need to be able to get our wires back there. So what I'm gonna do, since being our wires are gonna be running up here basically with the brake lines, and I'll zip tie it all down, I'm gonna poke the wire in down here, and then the wire is gonna have to come down and it's gonna have to droop over to our bottle to be able to plug into the actual bottle warmer itself. So we will have to run a wire from that sensor down with the nitrous line that's going to be running to the bottle. So I want to put another hole up here around where that line's going to be running, so then we can go ahead and zip tie that wire to the nitrous line, run it down so it'll be nice and clean, and we'll just run them together. And I do have a couple of these little plastic grommets that actually just pop in. Basically, you just drill a hole to the size of this thing, and then this thing pops in, and it's got these little tabs on it that locks it into place, so that whenever we run our wires through here, it'll then be safe, and we won't have to worry about the metal of the hole, you know what I mean, chafing the wire and causing a fire and whatnot. Fires inside the car is not good, especially whenever you have nitrous bottles and gas tanks present, you know what I'm saying? So now we have the wiring going in and coming out, and I already have the connectors right there so that that will all just plug right into our pressure switch. Now, I mentioned to you guys that whenever I actually mount this thing, I'm gonna cut some hose to put in between these little brackets so that it'll actually hold the thing nice and tight. And that's what I have here. This is just some coolant hose that I have extra laying around, and I cut some little pieces off, and then I slid it down the center like that so you can open it up. So now what I can do is actually take these pieces, I actually wrap them around the fittings just like that. Basically just giving this thing a little bit more girth, bro, because of how big these things are. I could have actually probably found some smaller ones to use, but this is just what I had laying around inside of my drawers. So just trying to make do with what it is I got, bro. So as you can see, you can slide that thing on there, and it's actually tight enough it doesn't even fall off, dude. It like squeezes it like that on both of them. Bang! So what I'll do is, before I actually slide these on, is I'm going to wrap some electrical tape around this. And the only reason why is so that the back side of this, the metal, isn't sitting against the metal of the panel inside of the car. I just want to avoid the vibration and it making noise, you know what I'm saying? So either electrical tape, or if I have a piece of heat shrink that I could slide over this that's big enough and I could heat it up. I just want something rubberized in between this and the body in there so I don't have a vibrating sound later, dude. Everything I put in this damn car vibrates and makes fucking noise. But we're not gonna do this quite yet, because I am going to switch these ones out for the ones that I painted. But I just painted these like 5 minutes ago, so I need to let them sit for a little bit, let them dry before we go and install this. And I've already got to go pick Braven up from school, damn it. So, yeah, I'm going to have to close up shop, run and go pick Braven up from school. But at least by the time we get back, these things will be nice and dry, and I don't have to worry about smudging them up, you know what I mean? Alright, I'm back, man. Ended up getting this thing all back installed in here. So now we have the wiring portion right here finished. These are plugged into each side of our pressure sensor on the back. And those black brackets were dry enough that I can go ahead and screw everything together. It came out a lot cleaner, bro, without having those things silver. So, and now with the hose on there, this thing is solid. I don't want to break my gauge, but it doesn't wiggle around like it did before. So now what I'm gonna do is we need to get the old nitrous line out of the way. Do you see, like, the nitrous line that came with this kit, it comes up here to the solenoid, comes down, and I have it running the same place that we're gonna run the new one, but it comes over here and it's coiled up like, dude, there's probably like 6 feet right here that's just all coiled up and zip tied. I was trying to contain the madness, you know what I'm saying? But there's no need to have all this extra hose that the nitrous has to pass through, so that's the reason why I got custom lines made to the exact size that I need, so I didn't have all this extra like wasted line, and it'll look a lot cleaner as well. So go ahead and snip all this out of here. Yes, sir. Got about 300 fucking zip ties on this thing. Alright, so there's my old nitrous line. This is the new nitrous line. That is literally all we need, bro. It reaches to about, yeah. See, so that's the new one. That's all the length that I needed is 90 inches. So, hell yeah. Now we can go ahead and throw this one in and start running the wiring up to the front.
The fuck? Yes, 2 spicy shrimp fuzz.
Pho.
That's it.
Spicy shrimp pho.
Okay, thank you.
Braven's ordering us food right now. I gotta go pick it up. But this is where we're at so far. Got most of the wiring done for the back section. Braven is currently trying to figure out these Deutsch connectors. He's trying to get this all pinned in and together. He's already got the other side on the actual bottle warmer itself. But yeah, dude, got all this all ran and cleaned up. Now that I just drilled a hole and put a bolt inside of the wheel well, and I also grinded the paint off so that it would get a good contact, so it's also a ground. I have my ground ring going to that bolt, and then also with this strap. I wanted to put a strap right here because this piece is going to actually drape over and attach to the bottle, and I want something there so in case this ends up getting tugged on, it's not going to pull on our contraption up here, you know what I'm saying? So anyhow, got it all zip tied and everything all the way up here. Dude, I know this isn't for everybody, but I really like how the zip ties look, dude. I dig it. Go ahead and take a wild guess where I got that from. I mean, I've always done that, but like the amount of zip ties, like the overwhelming, like holy fucking shit, did you use 2 bags of zip ties? I got that from my Rywire harness, bro. When I got the Rywire harness for the car, I was just like, what the fuck, bro? This is really how he does it? But really, I mean, it works, dude. And I kind of dig how it looks. This sucks if you drag your bare skin up against them, but it is what it is. Look how much of a mess we got going on in here, bro.
You got going on in here.
You. Dude, whenever I say we, I'm referring to me and the DB fam, dog.
But they didn't do anything.
They're hanging out with me.
It was you.
Man, whatever. Anyhow, I'm gonna go pick up our pho. I call it pho, but I guess it's called pho. Whatever.
He didn't know what I was talking about.
No?
No, I had to say pho. It was a whole new dude. He
Oh,
spoke
shit.
only like Vietnamese. So.
Oh, anyhow. Really quick before I take off. So where that bolt is at right here, I grinded it down to metal and put the bolt in, so I'm gonna spray it black. Bang bang, just like that. All sealed up. So now we can put the wheel back on. Bang! So at least part of the mess is picked up. I'll be back. I'm gonna go get our food.
Oh no, I'm probably not gonna have the same by the time you get back.
Goddamn, boy, would you look at that. That is spicy shrimp pho right there for you. Look at them shrimps in there. Look at them shrimps in there. To me, this is like a fancy ass ramen noodle. You know what I'm saying? Is that how you feel? Do you feel like this is like a fancy ramen noodle?
Yeah, but like more fresh, like more fresh ingredients.
Braven gets busted out the big old bowl. I tried to use the bowl it comes in this time. They give you all the ingredients in a separate thing, and then this just has the juice, and then you have to put the noodles and everything in so they don't get soggy. But anyhow, I'm gonna go sit down in front of my damn computer and eat some spicy shrimp pho, and more than likely put myself in a food coma and pick back up on the car tomorrow.